My name is Nadeja Jackson. I'm a rising junior at Howard University and I study psychology. In the Bornstein lab, we are interested in looking at how people use past experiences to make better decisions in the present. My part of the project is to help piloting a behavioral experiment that tested theories developed by my mentor. And that theory is that when people use their past experiences to make decisions in the present, they are using relative reliability of their expectations and their incoming evidence. My favorite part of working in this lab has been learning how you can create an experiment through MATLAB using code, and then learning how to conduct experiments using that code and then analyzing the code. It's all just really cool. It's been cool to see how really interdisciplinary neuroscience is. My favorite experience from outside the lab has been going to the beaches and watching the beautiful sunsets with my cohort, just exploring California and seeing all the beauty of the state.
Hi, my name is Ari Khoudary. I just finished my third year of a PhD here in Cognitive Sciences at UC Irvine, where I'm co-advised by Aaron Bornstein and Megan Peters. With my advisors, we have spent the first part of my PhD developing a computational model that formalizes a theory that we've been developing about how people dynamically integrate information from their past experiences with the information they're getting in the present in order to make decisions more adaptively. And what we're doing this summer with Nadeja's help is developing and testing an experiment that will help us really put this theory to the test. Instead of just using it to explain existing results, we want to see if we can really kind of push it to the limit by collecting data that should really kind of adjudicate between competing predictions that it makes. One of the main things that's been really awesome has been how excellent her questions are. It reminds me how complicated this project is, and she's really picked it up in a remarkably short amount of time. And it's also been really inspiring having someone around to kind of motivate me to get moving on these challenging parts of kind of starting a scientific project. It's really been nice to have some kind of new life injected into the drudgery of everyday work.
Hi, I'm Aaron Bornstein. I'm an assistant professor in the Cognitive Sciences department at UC Irvine. So broadly speaking, in the lab, we're interested in how memory can be used to guide behavior. Memories can form expectations, they can form preferences, they can form guidance for how we behave in the future. And one of the working hypotheses of the lab is that use for future planning and making sense of the present is one of the organizing principles for how memory is encoded and when it is retrieved and in what form it is retrieved. Nadeja's project is examining the sort of nature of those expectations, the nature of those memory-related biases that are important for nearly every kind of behavior that we do. And in particular, she's examining the question of whether those biases are fixed, whether they're static, whether they're something that can't really be changed and has a constant influence on our behaviors at all time, or whether they're dynamic. They sort of adjust depending on how uncertain we are in a particular situation, how much time we have to reflect on our expectations and weigh them against our immediate experience and our sensory input. And one of the implications of her work is that this link between past and present is not fixed, and it is actually subject to revisiting and even changing and updating in the moment when it's really needed. And this is a hopeful insight and one that can perhaps guide future interventions to change things like biases that may affect our behaviors in ways that we don't want them to.